Let's take a moment to look at another one of the accounts that is going to be important to you as you're at Jamestown Community College. And this is for your banner account. And your banner is basically your official record. This is where there's information about your classes, your students, but also for you as an employee. The first thing that we're going to do is we're going to go to Banner and get you successfully logged in. So the best place to start is start at myjcc.sunijcc.edu, or it will reshape the URL to be sunijcc.edu/myjcc. So that's where we go. From there, go ahead and click on the banner link. What you're going to want to do is click on the very top one, which says secure, enter secure area. And here is where you will put your username that you receive from HR and then your PIN. So this is going to be different from what you did to get your other accounts, your administrative and your academic accounts set up. So you're going to have to basically redo this process here. For your PIN number, you are going to enter your birthday as 6 digits. 2 digits for the month, 2 digits for the day, and 2 digits for the year, for the last 2 of your birth year. And that will initially set your PIN, and then you will be prompted to create a new PIN. And those PINs, once again, are going to be 6 digits. So this account is entirely separate from your administrative and academic accounts. This will only get you into Banner. Once you have changed your PIN, you will be prompted to log in. And so put your username and PIN and click in Login. And it's important to note that if you try too many times with a failed attempt, it will lock you out. Now that you are logged into Banner, what I would like you to do is walk through each of the tabs at the very top of the page and complete the information or become familiar with this. I'm going to give you a quick orientation and address each tab separately. So the first tab we're going to go to is personal information. So in personal information, you can set your JCC alerts, your emergency contact information, change your security question, update your addresses, phones, and email addresses. You're going to want to do this. The JCC alert, for example, will let you know if, for example, school is in session or not because perhaps it snows. Or it could be because of an emergency and we need to have people shelter in place. So that's kind of important that you make sure that you set this so you can receive notifications. With your emergency contacts, you want to make sure that you identify who can be contacted. You just click on the appropriate name or add a new contact and fill out the information regarding that. Each time, click on the tab at the top to get to back to this menu. Addresses and phone numbers, once again, look at that information if it's current. If there's something that you can change, just mouse over and you'll identify what is considered a link or not and to make those changes. And the same with your email address. You will have your preferred email address identified, but you will have one address that's where the email will be going. Very good. So that is personal information. Moving on to the next tab, we will look at faculty services. As a faculty member, you will have a lot of different services that you will need to take care of. And so I encourage you to go through and look at each one of these. The first is the term selection. So you can identify what particular term that you are going to look at. And in my case, I'm going to look at fall 2019. I can then select what CRN, so I can specifically go to my course, or in my case, I just want to see what my faculty schedule looks like. And so I have a class with the TBA. That means that it's going to be online, but I can select that particular class and get more information regarding that class, to include what my enrollment is and my various students. Every time, if you happen to get disoriented or you just want to start again, just click the tab at the very top. Throughout the process, you may want a detailed class list or a summary class list. So I'm going to look at that particular list, and that shows me the students that are in my class. At a certain point, census rosters. Census, a few weeks into the class, they want to know who are the students that have stayed in your class, that are still coming and are still participating. So they'll ask you to complete a census. At the 6-week mark, you're going to put in the 6-week grades. And then after the class is completed, you'll put in your final grades. Down here at the bottom, academic integrity incident report. That you would fill that report out if you had a incident integrity issue in your class, and variety of advisement resources. I just encourage you just to take a look at these different resources, so you're familiar what of the tools that you have available to you regarding your classes, specifically in Banner. The next tab is the Employee tab. With the Employee tab, you will be able to complete your timesheet, view your leave report, enter your leave report, be able to see any benefits and deductions, any pay information, access your tax forms, see the campus directory. But really what's important here is what's called FLAC, Faculty Load and Compensation. That you may receive an email telling you to go in and complete your FLAC, and this is only open for a limited amount of time, so keep an eye on this information. But this is what you will need to do in order to accept your contract and in order to get paid. So all that information is going to be available to you right there. The last area I want to talk about deals with finance. If you have a budget, this is one of the areas that you can go to look at your budget, what items have been purchased, paid for, and you'll be able to check all those different documents here. Most cases, most faculty have nothing to do with these particular items, and you will probably only see this tab if you are someone who's responsible for a budget. And with that, there's separate training that I recommend that you go through in order to learn how to use that particular parts. But I just wanted to make sure that you were aware. If you have a budget and you don't see that, then I would contact the business office to find out more about that. The last area that I would like to talk about actually starts us at the beginning. If you have a need to change your PIN, which you will, I think every 6 months you have to change your PIN. You would go to the personal information and select change your PIN. And basically you would put your old PIN in, put your new PIN, and change the PIN. And that will reset your PIN. Just remember that it is the PIN, you would put numbers in there. So this is where you would do it. Well, that is a quick tour through Banner. Went over a lot of information, not necessarily in detail. I encourage you to go in, check out each of the options, make sure that your information is current, but also know where you can find things. If you get stuck, feel free to come back and talk with me. Bye for now.